This changes everything for the Dodgers, but it changes everything in a good way. Let me explain that because I can back it up with receipts. Brad J with you here. Dodgers Digest, that's the show. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. We are running it back to go back-to-back World Series champs. That's why I'm repping today last year's World Series shirt. That's how we're going to get it done. All right, what am I mean? What does Brad J what does he mean by this changes everything for the Dodgers? Well, you heard me say it. It's all about the Dodgers getting that first win. The first win was freaking key, man. The Dodgers had to get that first win. That grabs home field advantage, and that sets them up. Because, first of all, their best pitcher was on the mound, and that's it. And you don't got another guy who's going to be able to step up and do what he did. Sanchez is their guy. And so you can bet if this thing goes five games, Sanchez will be back in there. So the Dodgers are set up with their rotation absolutely perfect. This is the way it needed to go. And all the crap talkers and what have you, you're getting it. You're seeing it firsthand. It's matching up properly. And getting that win against Sanchez, that was absolutely huge that Ohtani could get that done. So this does change everything for the Dodgers in a great way. Home field advantage, boom, taken care of. Now, if the Dodgers take care of business and get the W tonight, it's done. This thing is done. There is no freaking way the Phillies are going to come back and win 2 at Dodger Stadium and then come back to Philly and win a 3rd. They'd have to go 3 games in a row, W's, and the Phillies aren't going to be able to do that against the juggernaut, which is the Dodgers. So you might as well, if you're someone holding out hope, I don't think so. And look how the Dodgers silenced the Phillies crowd. I mean, the Phillies crowd was into it, especially when they went up 3-0, and it was like, whoa, this is not going to be a tough game, this is going to be a tough game to come back on. The Dodgers that did it, they've had more comeback wins than any other team in Major League Baseball, and that continues on into the postseason. The Dodgers are never out of it. And you look at how they ran the pitching, they ran starter to starter, right? Starter, starter, starter. We said this. Brad Stradamus said this the day of the game, that this is something that will look to happen. There's a few other viewers that were commenting the same thing. Like, let's see an all-starter game. And you saw an all-starter game with the Dodgers. So Snell on the mound tonight. Luzardo, who he's going against. So, of course, Phillies are doing everything. They're going to throw 2 lefties in a row at the Dodgers and see if they can shake things up. But, I mean, the Dodgers have lefty killers, too. I got to think that Miggy Rowe might get a start here. Pages, look for him to do good, too, as well. Mookie as well. And, and that's one of the things for the Dodgers. Think about the W that they just got with Game 1, right? Think about that W. Just mull it over for a second. That's without Ohtani getting any hits, and that's without Mookie getting any hits. They were non-existent on the offense. Obviously, Shohei existed quite well on the mound, except for that one inning. But other than that, no hits out of those guys. So when you win a game with your top 2 guys, you're 1 and 2, not scoring runs or not getting hits, that shows you got cylinders to fire on as a scorer. The Los Angeles Hernandezes beat the Phillies. There it is right there, because those were the RBIs. Kike and Teo took care of business on that one. Let's look at Snell stats. Snellzilla has already played. He started against Cincy, so he does have some stats. And here they are. So he went 7 innings against Cincy, had 9 strikeouts, a .71 whip, 2.57 the ERA. So he's already got some postseason under his belt right now with 7 innings. So he's ready to go. And then think how fresh he is, too. Think how fresh by not pitching for 2-3 months in the middle of the freaking season to be able to do what he's done. Like, big ups to Blake Snell. And 2, he's fresh. He's going to be more fresh than a pitcher who's thrown all season long because he had that break. So I like our chances. I like Blake being on the mound. I think that really does it for the Dodgers. And I'll tell you right now, Dodgers take the win on this one, it's done. Phillies, you might as well not even watch the next games, right? When they go back to Dodger Stadium. And that's what you want the Dodgers to do perfectly. Sweep them at home and then send a message, because that's what you need to do. All right. Can the Hernandezes keep up the pace without mistakes? That is the key here. So now Roberts didn't hate on Teo for the line he took, that ball that went back to the fence and scored those 2 runs. Like, could Teo have gotten that ball? I mean, that's hearsay now, but his 3-run shot, that changed everything for the game. So hopefully Teo doesn't do any mistakes that he has to make up for, and he just has a good game. That's what we want. And what is up with Kike? Back. Like, how does this happen? How does a guy literally hit like 235 the whole entire season and then flip the switch when October happens? I mean, I just don't know how he does it, because it blows my mind every time I see it. All right, here's Kike's numbers. Let's take a look right now. Look at his postseason numbers right now. His career postseason is 285. He's like a career 230 hitter, right? So he steps it up. Look what he's hitting so far in 12 at-bats this postseason. He's batting .417, 3 RBIs, a 1,000 OPS. Come on, Kike. 1.000 OPS, not bad right there. So Kike doing Kike kind of stuff. Let's take a look at Teo here. Teo, look what he's batting for the postseason with 14 at-bats. 357 right there with 3 ding-dongs. Gotta like that. 3 home runs, right, in 3 games of the postseason. Now, if he wasn't making up for some mistakes in the field, I would like that a little more. So we need him to play a mistake-free defense and continue with the hitting barrage that he is putting together. So congratulations to him and to Teo and how he's been playing. All right, so I talk about it lining up, and it is really lining up good, because you get Snell on the mound tonight. We come back to Dodger Stadium. What happens when we come back to Dodger Stadium? Yamamoto is going to take the mound for that game, which will be game 3 of the NLDS with Yamamoto on the mound. Now, the thing about that is, you see the TBD, because they're running out of pitchers. Now, Phillies knew you had to throw everything at the Dodgers right off the bat. That's why if you throw everything at the Dodgers right at bat and they take care of the first 2 wins for the first 2 games, that's all you got. You don't got any more. You've done what you could to try and beat the Dodgers, and it just didn't work out. So Yamamoto will be on the mound. We're not quite sure who he is going to be facing, but your top 2 pitchers, your top pitcher's injured. So then you got Sanchez, who is your top pitcher. You pitched him in the first game. He's probably ready to pitch by the last game if this went to game 5, but I predicted Dodgers in 4 on this one. So, and if Dodgers get the win here and they do it tonight, then could be a sweep, and this could be done before it even happens. All right. What did that do? Now, yesterday, if you looked at game 1, before game 1 kicked off, looked at the line for Vegas, the betting line, and it showed the Dodgers were the underdogs in that game. That's crazy, right? You think the Dodgers would be not the underdog, that even though they're in Philly, that they would be. But as of today, things have changed for the Dodgers, and now the Dodgers are the favorite. What, did Vegas lose too much money on the first game? They're all, man, why did we make Philly the favorite? That didn't work out. We lost a ton of cash. So just like that, things have changed hand, and now the Dodgers are the favorite to win tonight's game. So there you go. Snell on the mound. That's what we're looking for. And it is going to be an awesome game because we just want the Dodgers just to take care of business here. Just get the W and then get back to Dodger Stadium and win it on home soil. And that's what the Dodgers need to do. And that's going to do it for me. Dodgers Digest. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. Let's get to that 10,000 mark. I'm Brad J. And as you go through the day, let's go Dodgers. Let's get that W in Philly tonight.